Hello dear students, welcome back to the story Grief by Anton Chekhov that we will be continuing in fact. As in the last class I already told you about the story, the beginning of the story. Initially we came to know that Iona was in grief because the title of the story is Grief. So Iona Pato is a protagonist, he's a main character and he's a cab driver. So Anton, the way he describes the gloominess, the helplessness and the suffering of Iona, it is clearly being stated here in this story. Now we completed unit 1, we will continue with unit 2. Now we last time we stopped when there was a voice which was being heard by Iona, and there was a man who shouts cabby because he wants to hire Iona as a cab driver, Iona's cab. Now let's come to unit 2. Iona jumps and through his snow-covered eyelashes sees an officer in a great coat with his hood over his head. So now everything is covered with snow, because we already told you last time that it's the background of the story is in Russia, and Russia is a cold country, so snow everywhere. So there was an officer who called him, and his hood over his head. Part of the coat which he was wearing was covered by his head. Vibog way, the officer repeats. Are you asleep? Vibog way. So now Vibog is a place, the way where this person wants to go, the officer. So he wants to hire Iona's cab. With a nod of assent, Iona picks up the reins. Assent? Acceptance, yes. He picks up the reins. Reins means he tries to set his horse. The reins of the horse through which the horse is being controlled, in consequence of which layers of snow slip off the horse's back and neck. And as soon as he holds up the reins, he picks up the reins of the horse, layers of snow were already there on the horse, because you already have started and came to know that the horse was equally motionless and passive as Iona and the cab. So officer seats himself in the sleigh. Sleigh, you already know what's a sleigh. Sleigh is a kind of a vehicle which is slided over by an animal. So the officer seats himself in the sleigh. The cab driver smacks his lips to encourage his horse and stretches out his neck. Like a swan, sits up and, more from habit than necessity, brandishes his whip. So now it was not a habit, but it was necessity that he had to brandish his whip. You know what's a whip? A leather kind of a long rope which is used to, in fact, give an indication to the animal to take its move or start moving. The little horse also stretches his neck, bends his wooden-looking legs, and makes a move undecided. So now the horse was also on his toes. What are you doing? Werewolf is exclamation Iona hears from the dark mass moving to and fro as soon as they start. So now as soon as they start, the officer asks, what are you doing? Where the devil are you going? To the right? You do not know how to drive? Keep to the right, calls the officer angrily. Now the officer doesn't know the grief that Iona is going through. He says, come on, where are you going? Keep it towards the right. A coachman from a private carriage swears at him. You know, he swears at him here means he uses a very abusive language. A passerby who has run across the road and rubbed his shoulder against the horse nose looks at him furiously as he sweeps the snow from his sleeves. So this is basically the reaction of those people who hire Iona's cab, and how they are so inhumanely crude and rude with their behavior towards Iona. Iona shifts about on the seat as he were on needles, moves his elbows as if he were trying to keep his equilibrium, and gapes about like someone suffocating. Equilibrium, you already know, is a balance. So he's trying to move upon. And the condition of Iona is because for a long time he has been standing still and passive, motionless. The grief that he's going through or he's undergoing has actually put Iona in so much of pain that he feels that he is not able to experience any kind of sensation in his body and his mind. So, and gapes about like someone suffocating. who does not understand why and where he is there. So he is unable to understand his existence, but like a machine, mechanically, he has to do the work. What scoundrels they are all, jokes officer. One would think they had all entered into agreement to jostle you or fall under your horse. This is what kind of scoundrels all these people are. And I don't understand what's in your mind. Iona looks round at officer and moves his lips. He evidently wants to say something, but the only sound that issues is a snuffle. Snuffle means when you breathe noisily and through their nose. So snuffling sound which animals also make. So that is the only thing that he could do. He couldn't. The words were not coming out from his lips. What? Asked the officer. Iona twists his mouth into a smile and with an effort says hoarsely, "My son." Now he comes back. He immediately, the moment he opens his mouth, he tells to the customer who's sitting in his cab, "My son Baron died this week." What did he die of? Iona turns with his whole body towards his fare and says, "And who knows? They say high fever. He was 3 days in hospital and then died. God's will be done." So now we come to know the actual title of the story, why it is Anton Chekhov has kept the title of the story Grief. Why? Because this was the grief that was tormenting and it was creating a kind of a turbulent energy in the mind and body of Iona. Because he lost his son. "Turn around," the devil sounded in the darkness. "Have you popped off, old doggy? Here, use your eyes." "You popped off" means have you died? So now see, this is the language. The kind of abusive, demeaning language is being used for Iona. Go on, said the officer. "Otherwise we shall not get there by tomorrow. Hurry up bit." So now even after he shares his grief, he's not interested in the fare. The customer sitting in the cab is not interested in knowing that, consoling or asking further questions from Iona that what happened, why did you do like this, what was the reason. They are so inhuman. They are so inconsiderate towards his feelings and they're just using abusive languages, want to reach a destination in a hurry. The cab driver again stretches his neck, sits up and with a bad grace brandishes his whip. Several times again he turns to look at his fare, but the latter had closed his eyes and apparently is not disposed to listen. Disposed means inclined to listen. So now Iona wants to say something more about his grief, but the fare has already closed his eyes and it seemed as if he's not interested in listening anything. Having deposited the officer in the Viborg, he stops by the tavern. Now after he puts them on leave, deposited means he just he takes his fare to Viborg and then he stops by a tavern. Tavern is a tavern, doubles himself up on a seat and again remains motionless, while the snow once more begins to cover him and the horse. So now again the same thing. Once the fare has been dropped, again the same condition of the horse and Iona, that they stand motionless and the snow starts covering their entire body. An hour and another. Then along the footpath, with a squeak of galoshes and quarrelling. Squeak means a short, squeaky sound, harsh sound that comes. And quarrelling, come 3 young men, 2 of them tall and lanky, and third one short and humpbacked. So now, after an hour, it happened there were 3 men who were fighting, quarrelling, abusing each other, and this is the way they come near the cab of Iona, and this is the description Anton gave, that there were 3 men, 2 of them were tall and lanky. Lanky means thin, okay, and the third one was short and he had a hump on his back. So we'll continue with the story. We've already completed unit 2 and we'll continue with unit 3. So till now the story ends here, where Iona is able to meet 3 more customers in order to carry them to their destination. Thank you.